is hard to believe, but we are already almost through the first week of March. We are headed towards springtime, and with it, you know, comes those lovely allergies and things like that. We also know that we're still in the midst of flu season. We've been talking a lot about the coronavirus. So today we are talking about how to keep your home clean and kind of prevent some of these spring sicknesses. So I have Julie Dibbell here of AdvantaClean of Gastonia. Julie, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And Julie, I just want to start with, okay, kind of tackling this as a whole when it comes to keeping your home void of some of this seems a little bit overwhelming. So where do you start?
One of the main things I'd suggest is your shoes.
Okay.
Your shoes, just think of everywhere you have walked during the day. All the bacteria, all the germs is on the bottom of your shoes. And they say 90% of those germs can get transferred to your floors.
Oh, good.
So my number one suggestion is to remove your shoes before you enter your home.
Okay, so if you make that a policy in your home, what about if other people are coming to your home? Like, is it okay to, you know, kind of enforce that with folks?
I think you can set the expectations. If you're in socks and all your guests and people that know you are in socks and they see shoes lined up by the door, maybe there's a basket by the door, they'll be more apt to take their shoes off too.
All right, so that's the place to start. What's next?
One of the big ones is your air ducts.
Okay.
So if you haven't had your air ducts, they contain a lot of dust, particles. It's something that you want to have cleaned on a regular basis, and you also replace your filters.
How often am I replacing my filter?
And that's going to depend on what type of filter you buy.
Okay.
And that sort of just depends on maybe your home's maintenance schedule.
Okay.
If you buy the cheaper ones, you're going to want to replace them every month.
Every month.
So if that's easier for you, the first day of every month to replace them, you can set that schedule, or you can buy some that are good. These are good for 3 months.
Okay, and so again, I'm not, you know, not paid by any company to promote one, but this one particular, you're saying if it's got that ultra allergen in it, they actually do work. It's worth spending the extra money then on that.
And you just replace them less. Yeah,
okay,
the ones
so you're going to pay it somewhere. That makes sense.
The every month ones are a little bit cheaper.
All right, this one was kind of disturbing when I was reading your home checklist about your bed. You want to talk about that a little bit?
So there's millions of dust mites in your bed. They feed on dead skin. They like the warmth, the moisture.
Oh, I'm like cringing thinking about this. So what's the fix?
AdvantaClean suggests not making your bed right away.
Oh.
If you leave it open, let it air out, let it dry out, and then make it maybe after you take a shower, after you've had your coffee, it's going to be less moist, and you
never make mine, so I'm feeling really good about this right now. So they're just not in there,
also
right?
Just washing your sheets on a regular basis will help.
And how often would you recommend washing?
I would say at least every week.
Okay, awesome. And hot water.
Hot water,
right?
yes.
Okay. And then there's some other things on here. It says share the tub, not the towel. Let's talk about that.
A towel can contain a lot of germs, so you just want to make sure you're using your own towel and that you're laying it out on a towel bar. You don't want to fold it. You want to make sure that the entire towel gets dry.
So what about hand towels? A lot of us have those in guest bathrooms. You have people come over. Would it be better just to put a roll of paper towels in there then for people? I mean,
I guess the reasoning would be after you wash your hands are clean. But it's a good thing to wash them on a regular basis.
Okay, wash those hand towels. Yeah, okay. Steam heat. Let's talk about that. What's important about that?
Steam heat is one of the best ways to clean all devices. The steam is going to kill any bacteria or anything that
and
you
what
have
in particular,
on the
what kind of devices are we talking that you want to steam clean?
Your floors, your carpets, even your countertops.
And that's because of those germs that are coming in on our shoes and everything like that. All right, so this is good too, and I meant to ask this when you were talking about the towel in the bathroom. You say if you step out of the shower dripping wet, bath mats that trap that moisture thrive mold?
Yes. So you want to try to dry off in the shower. A lot of us step onto the bath mat and we drip on that.
My husband does that all the time.
It never fully dries.
Yes. All right.
So maybe for him, maybe if you take it, you hang it over a towel rack, something to make sure that it's fully dry, or you're going to get mold on the underside of it.
All right. I am coming for you, Curtis. We're going to fix this. Okay. And then make sure to vent. So talk about that. What are we venting?
We're talking about the air ducts with the venting.
What about, you know, a lot of people, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But when we in the springtime, when people say open up your windows if it's a nice day, is that something AdvantaClean recommends as well?
And that would all depend on what you're allergic to. Okay. If you're allergic to pollen and things outside, I probably wouldn't recommend opening your windows.
Okay.
If you're allergic to dust and things found inside, fresh air might make you feel a little better.
There you go. Amazing tips, Julie. Thank you so much for being with us today. Julie Dibbell here from AdvantaClean of Gastonia. We are good to go now heading into spring. All right. Also, we want you to stay with